Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to see how to create the change log, how to create the request for change order and convert that request for change order into the actual sales order. That is nothing but the change order, the confirm. So in order to create the change order, we need to go to the sales. Over here you have the change log menu, request for change order menu over here. So you can always go to the change logs. So this is a list view wherein you can see the name, summary, sales order, project, the estimate number and the status for the change log. In order to create a new one, you can always click on new. We can give the name for the change log is to change the product maybe. Okay, we can select for which project it is, who is responsible over here. Okay, you can select these are nothing but the employees. You can select it from here. The bill to address, the project manager, the sale order gets auto-filled the moment you select the project. Okay, so all the sales order that has been created for this particular project gets populated over here. Currently it's one, so it got auto-selected. You can select the scope type over here. Okay, if you click on search more, you can find all the scope types that are over here. You can click one. Okay, this is the installation type. Okay, where you can select the open shop, okay, wage, or it's a union, probably wage or union. You can write the details of the installation type. You can create the summary, you can prioritize, you can give the priorities over here. Okay, over here originated by internal employee, originated by external, that would be the client. Okay, and then over here you can select the change log type, if it's time extension, acceleration, design, substitution, or it could be whatever. Currently I'm just putting the substitution. Okay, required completion date, you can select the completion date when it's been required, and over here you put the detailed summary of the change log. So what all is required in order to create the change log. Okay, what's the change that you need to put here, or you can add the internal notes and external notes, and in the document section you can attach the documents. Okay, so that's how you can create the change log. Okay, so for this change log, if there are any RFQs, RFIs, if there are any RFCOs that has been generated against this change log, would all populate over here, even the change orders. Okay, so I'll just save this. I'll show you the other one where you can find that. Okay, so for this change log, there are two requests for quotation that has been created. So obviously you can see over here, and then basically from this request for change quotation, if there are any sale orders that has been made, you can see it over here itself. So that's how you create the change log. Now once the change log has been created, you can see the status over here. You can change that RFCO has been created against this. So the one that we have just created, okay, the change log, we'll be creating an RFCO for that. We can just click on the RFCO change order menu and click on new. So this is the form for the request for change order, which is equivalent to the estimate form itself. Okay, there is no change that we have made. Okay, is the same that the you can create the name. Okay, this gets auto generated the name. If you want, you can write it manually. You select the project. Okay, once you select the project, the bill to and the project manager gets auto populated. If there are any related sale orders you want to link, or the change order. Okay, so when I click on the change log, sorry, we need to select the one that we have created. So, and over here we can select the scope type, the installation type. Okay, what would be the installation type in this? Enclosed, hybrid, or it would be a wage. Yeah. And then over here you can add the summary, the drawings and specification reference over here. over here you can select the payment terms, the RFCO send date, approval date, required completion date, production lead time after approval, and the project company completion date. Over here we'll be adding the actual products that are required for this request for change order that we have been creating. I'll just select for this novel that I've just created for the test. I'll add the EBOM to this. Put the quantity, unit cost. Alright, I just saved this. Okay, so over here you can see, so this all the lines that have been generated is same. This is the same form that we have been using for the estimates. It's the same thing that all the functionality is like when you click for this, okay, like the financial analysis, and then I click on save. So it would give me all the financial analysis or the material cost based on the EBOM that I have been created. Okay. So you can select multiple for the financial analysis, and it would give you all the list or the drop down for this particular material cost, fabrication cost, outsource cost, installation, equipment, overhead over here. Okay, based on the EBOM that we have been created. Okay, so over here these are all the stages that are there for the change log, like draft, takeoff in progress, waiting for RFQ, hold, stuck, need info, takeoff done, takeoff approved, ready to send, reprise approved. Okay, so these are all the stages basically that are been created for this RFCO. Okay, once this has been like, you can move these statuses to approved, or like you can put it to the ready to send, repricing, approval. You can shift these statuses over here. You can always create the revisions similarly that we have been creating for the estimates. Okay, you can always create the revisions over here. The moment I click, the new revision revisions would be creating over here itself. So when you just click on the new revision, it would always create the new revisions and change the number. You can see all the revisions that have been created over here. And from that revisions, whichever the revision has been the latest, it would show over here. You can see the previous revisions as well, just for the records which are already linked. Okay, and over here, once it's been approved, or once it's been put to the approved stage, you can create the change order. You have a button over here for the change order. You can click on the change order button. Okay, specify a related sale order to create the change. I just need to specify the related sale order, which is the one. Okay, I missed that. Okay, and then once you click on this create change order, okay, there would be a change order. Change order is nothing but the sale order, which gets converted with all the information, with the all the prices that we have given with over here, with all the information that you have already been pre-filled, right, which creates in the draft stage itself, and then from here you can confirm the sale order. Okay, so all the orders from the RFCO that you convert, okay, it would create the initial as CO, that is a change order, and for the other normal sale orders that you create from the estimate would have the initials from the SO, that is the sale order. So that's how you can differentiate the change orders and the sale orders for a certain projects. Okay, and then once you confirm it, this gets converted into the sale order. Okay, and the rest, all the manufacturing order gets created, or the delivery gets created over here, so all the function remains the same. So Now when I go to the RFCO, it would always give me the linkage for the sale order that has been created over here. And then if I go to for a certain project, and I see for the all the inclusions or exclusions, basically the sale orders that has been created, it would always show me the sale order numbers and the that has been created over here itself. So I'll just go to the projects. So over here you have a smart button inside the project which will give you all the information for the all the sale order that has been created with the change orders listing. So that's how you create the change log. Okay, you create the request for change order, link the change order under the request for change order, and once the request for change order is been approved, and then you create the sale order for it. So all the smart buttons like the RFQs, RFIs that has been related for this particular uh, request for change order gets linked over here itself. Okay, if there are any revisions that has been made, the sale order, the change logs, oh, everything, all the line items would get populated here itself. And this is a list view for the the request for change order with the name, the revisions that has been created with the revision number, request date updated, bill to summary, and the statuses over here. So that's how you create the change log, create the request for change order, and convert it into the sales order. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video. Bye.